As I was exploring Google Earth, I noticed something south of Edwards Air Force Base. Right here. 2 abandoned B-52s, one of them appearing to be complete, the other one broken into several pieces. My curiosity was piqued and I thought to myself, I really would like to go see these places. So I followed this dirt road here to see if it could lead me to get in there, and I came across this thing right here. Another abandoned airplane. I continued to follow this dirt road to see where it led to, and you can see here it meets Avenue B, which is a public road. So I had to go out there and check it out. I paid close attention and never saw a single sign saying keep out or no trespassing along the entire dirt route from the main road to the B-52s. I am at the B-52. It's about 6:15 in the morning. We have a full moon and it's still very dark, and I'm just waiting for sunlight so I can start walking around these things and get better video footage. At 6:30 a.m., the full moon was looming bright and beautiful as the pre-dawn glow began to illuminate these massive flying military machines that are now long past their prime. So here I am early in the morning. This is the B-52 that's broken into pieces, and it's the one farthest east. And I was wondering how they got him out here, but it's hard to see right now, but right there is the south end of Edwards Air Force Dry Lake, or Rogers Dry Lake. And this B-52 has been, looks like it's been cut into pieces. I found out later that the goal of the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty of 1991 was to reduce the number of strategic nuclear delivery vehicles. As a result, the United States destroyed over 350 B-52s. These destroyed aircraft were left sitting for 3 months so Russian and Ukrainian satellites could confirm their destruction. One day, a Russian satellite noticed these 2 B-52s, which appeared to be operational. Russia asked America to destroy them. They cut this one up, but not the other one. However, this one could never be operational again. I wonder if this was the fuel tank. It has some strange type of rubbery plastic material, so I wonder if this is where the fuel tank was. And of course, there would have been fuel over here in the right wing, and fuel over here in the left wing. Here's the part of the right wing that attaches to the fuselage, or what's left of it. Well, this thing is really torn to pieces. And then of course, the rest of the right wing over here with these giant flaps. I know you can't really see it on the camera, but these flaps are gigantic. This looks like the right wing's fuel tank here. And there is still a lot of what appears to be wire. So the bomb bay is right here. See if I can get inside there. this is the place. Where they would hold bombs. There are a lot of sharp edges on this thing everywhere. I just cut myself a little bit. Sharp edges. Air Force Systems Command. I'll have to look that up. Air Force Systems Command was established on April 1st, 1961 as a research and development group for new weapon systems. These two aircraft were probably used to test new types of bombs, new types of missiles, and new types of nuclear weapon systems. Air Force Systems Command was made inactive on July 1st, 1992, which would suggest these two planes have been sitting out here since the early 1990s. My guess is Air Force Systems Command fell under President George Bush Sr.'s 1992 defense budget cuts. That was the Strategic Arms Production Treaty, or START. This was the agreement between the United States and the former Soviet Union to reduce the number of nuclear weapons and their related systems. The vertical stabilizer and rudder are completely gone from this airplane, and I don't know where they are. I haven't seen anything around here. Not sure what this is, but this is a tail gun turret. What's left of it. Barrier test aircraft are aircraft that are used to test a system that stops an aircraft with a net or a cable system. Like this here. So this B-52 was used as a barrier test aircraft. I was wondering what these holes were on the side, and they're all shotgun impact points, which means people have come out here with shotguns and have shot this airplane up. You can see right here all the little pellet indentations. I'm going to continue my walk around here. Front landing gear. You can see how this landing gear right here on the left side twists and comes forward and twists toward the center, whereas that one there on the right side goes backwards and twists toward the center that way. Let's see. Old engine mount, or what's left of it, and a scared pigeon. Gigantic wing, and this flap is huge. Gigantic flap. Here's my hand in comparison to how giant this flap is. Oh, look, there's a bird nest up there. Full-on bird nest. Another scared another pigeon. I think it came out of there. This is made out of wood. This is definitely not a part of the original design of the airplane. I'll go out to the wingtip here. Look back the other way. Here's what's left of the cockpit. Not much. All the windows have been busted out. Strike fighter, marginally suitable. Gotta stay crouched down. That is low hanging. That'll hit you in the head. After leaving this area, I drove to the Convair B58 Hustler. The Convair B58 Hustler was developed during the 1950s and it had its first flight November 11, 1956. It entered military service March 15, 1960 and flew for 10 years. The B58 program was retired January 31, 1970. It was the first operational bomber capable of flying Mach 2. It had a 3-man crew and carried a single nuclear weapon. The reasons for its short military life was mainly due to its high operating cost and high accident rate. One B-58 Hustler was 1/3 more expensive to operate than a B-52 Stratofortress, and out of the 116 of them made, 26 of them were lost in accidents. In addition to these two reasons, they also required an excessive number of aerial refuelings to complete a single mission. They were eventually replaced by the supersonic medium-range F-111. See, it had 2 engines on each wing, so 4 engines, one here and one here. With the 3-man crew, you had the pilot in the front seat, navigator in the middle, and the defense systems operator in the back. It is said that the navigator's seat and the defense systems operator's seat were a bit claustrophobic. So its name is Snoopy. It is said Snoopy was the 6th B-58 to be built out of 116 of them. Its first flight was September 28, 1957, and it was delivered to the United States Air Force on February 15, 1958. In February of 1959, it was modified to carry the ANASG-18 fire control system for the AIM-47 Falcon missile. It was basically modified to be a test plane for this missile system. The testing lasted from 1960 to 1964. In 1964, the Lockheed YF-12 took over the testing. Snoopy was retired shortly thereafter and was placed where it sits today and was used as a photo-resolution target. So there you have it. My trip to the B58 Hustler named Snoopy, and my trip to the abandoned B-52s, right here on the Forrest Haggerty channel.